Well, good morning. It is Friday, November 29th. Here's what we're working on. A man's been extradited from the U.S. to face sexual assault charges in Hamilton, one of them on a popular trail.
It's Black Friday, the unofficial kickoff to the holiday season. Many people are going to be flocking to malls to try and find the best deals.
And let the games begin. The Squid Games. Netflix releases the trailer for Squid Game 2. Good morning, and the forecast makes it seem like let the winter begin.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it. It's not my fault.
You're here.
I know, and it's like I got away from it being my fault for so many years.
And like Brian just slips out for a few days. It's like, oh, okay.
And now it's like all of a sudden it's my fault again.
Yeah, you just want to come in for the summer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Can I just fill in when it's sunny and warm?
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Right.
Yeah, some areas are going to get hammered, like Buffalo, possibly 2 feet of snow. So Black Friday shoppers, you may want to reconsider.
And by the way, there's a football game Sunday night in Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Outdoors.
That's
so
going to be...
we'll talk about that in sports. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, but you know what? It wouldn't be like a North American winter without stuff like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Right? So that's why we live around the Great Lakes, where it happens every year, snow squalls. And
this is not new.
It's happening this year.
Except last year it didn't.
Except last year it didn't, yes. But this year, here we go.
Yeah. Well, temperatures yesterday got up to 5 degrees, so that's seasonal. That's where we should be. Today it's going to be much colder, and it's going to feel a lot colder when you factor in that wind. But we'll get to all your forecast details. First, let's take a look at the roads. 403 Waterdown Road. It's dark. We are seeing some light snow at this hour. So again, full windshield wipers, please. Windshield wiper fluid. And this weekend, if you haven't had a chance to switch over your tires yet, you might want to think about doing that. All right, taking a look at some of the other traffic cameras that we have kicking around. This is the QEW Skyway on the Burlington side, moving well. Roads look to be relatively dry, so it is really just light snow that's happening right now. QEW at Appleby Line also moving well. We've got QEW at Ontario Street. Volume, well, there's not a lot of it right now. And QEW Ford plant looking good. Okay, your full forecast details, including how cold it's going to be, because we do have the coldest air of the season blasting in this weekend. All that just ahead, but first, the news.
Okay, thanks very much. Well, Hamilton police say a 22-year-old man recently extradited to Canada from the United States has been charged in 2 random sexual assaults on women in the summers of 2022 and then last summer. One of the attacks happened on a popular trail on Hamilton's West Mountain. The woman was dragged into a wooded area.
The victim was gagged and her wrists were bound behind her back. The male proceeded to assault her but was interrupted by witnesses walking in the area. The suspect fled on foot southbound towards Upper Paradise and was later seen on video in the area of Edge Hill Drive.
Then in August of last year, a 74-year-old woman alone in her home was assaulted when a man got into the house while she was sleeping on a couch. She was assaulted for more than an hour. Police say forensic evidence connected the 2 assaults to the same suspect. 22-year-old Lakezi Cheriut is now facing aggravated sexual assault and 2 counts of forcible confinement. Hamilton police confirmed that he went to high school in Hamilton. Online records show a student with the same name was a track athlete at Sir Allan McNabb.
A YouTuber and convicted sex offender will be sentenced in Hamilton next month. Jack Densmore, known online as Denmo, was convicted for assaulting a McMaster University student 4 years ago. So the judge called Densmore's version of events unworthy of belief and said he was reckless or willfully blind to the victim's lack of consent. In a victim impact statement read in court, she described the fear, nightmares, and flashbacks she experienced since the assault. Now, the Crown wants a prison sentence of 3.5 to 4 years. The defense is asking for 2 years under house arrest.
Hamilton police are asking for more money in next year's budget. The budget committee is looking for a 5.7% increase over last year, which was nearly $215 million. The board hasn't yet released specific budget details or any further information. The proposal will be discussed at a public meeting December 17th. Community members can share their opinions by emailing the address shown on your screen until 5 p.m. on December 9th. All submissions will be included in the agenda and posted online, and we will get that email address for you up on our website, chch.com. A bill that would give us a break from the GST on some items is a step closer to becoming law. It passed in the House of Commons with the Liberals and NDP voting for it. The Conservatives and Bloc Québécois voted against the bill. It's now before the Senate.
I thought you liked the idea of cutting taxes.
This isn't. That's why I'm opposed to this. This isn't a tax cut. This is an inflationary 2-month temporary tax trick that will drive up the cost of living.
That's the Conservative leader, Pierre Poilievre. He says the federal government should adopt his policy plan to cut the carbon tax and remove the GST on new homes that are sold for under $1 million.
Well, let's talk about small business when it comes to this and this new 2-month tax break, because it could require costly system updates. Rebecca Bamford is the owner of Citizen Kid on Locke Street in Hamilton. She says implementing the tax break will be challenging, and the government doesn't seem to have a clear plan for small business owners. Bamford says going through inventory and changing the point of sale machines to reflect the tax break, that will be the biggest challenge.
We have online sales and we have sales in store, so we have to be able to shut down our website for a period of time so that we can do all this administrative stuff.
Local Life, also on Locke Street, they hope the tax break might bring in more customers despite the extra admin work. The 2-month tax break covers dozens of items and would be in effect from December the 14th until February 15th.
Most Canadian businesses are concerned about employee burnout and inflation. That's according to a poll done by the Healthcare of Ontario Pension Plan and Angus Reid Group. A survey shows 78% of respondents say inflation is negatively impacting their business. That's a 7% increase from last year. Employee burnout was the second most common concern. 68% of respondents reported that. The report also shows 72% of businesses polled expect these challenges to continue well into next year. Today's Black Friday, the unofficial kickoff to the holiday shopping season. And a lot of people are going to be going to malls to find the best deals on everything from clothing to electronics. Simone Gavros joins us from the Toronto Premium Outlets in Halton Hills.
Good morning, Annette. Well, yes, doors opened here at 6 a.m., but you can already see that here at the Nike outlet here, I mean, people have already been lining up all morning long. Everyone give a big wave to Morning Live. See smiling faces. Everyone's happy to be out here this morning, bright and early. And I was told from the organizers here that people have been lining up as of 4:30 this morning, trying to get in line to get those amazing deals. Now, here at the Nike store, just to name one, it says that there's 30% off some of these purchases here. And earlier I spoke with retail analyst Bruce Winder, who says that retailers are going to be looking to post those deals, and they're going to be picky about what deals and discounts they're going to offer.
I think that retailers will pick their spots. They're going to have to get a little sharper on discretionary items, maybe get that 50-60% off. And on essentials, they're going to be less like that. They're going to be more the 10-20% off because they know people need essentials. I mean, I was just looking around, and most of the Save stories I've seen, the discounts are like, 40, 50, 60%. I was on Temu and I saw that it was 90% off. So, I mean, these emerging apps are sort of starting a new trend, right? They're repositioning price. But yeah, and consumers won't bite it. If it's not a good deal, they won't bite. They're going to wait it out until, maybe the product's on clearance later on or something like that.
Winder says that more people will likely be turning to online shopping, although the Canada Post strike may make things difficult, especially for small businesses. Plus, he says the GST/HST tax holiday might make people wait to shop until the tax comes off to save a couple bucks. Overall, surveys show that Canadians plan to spend more this holiday season despite the financial challenges. A Retail Council of Canada and Leger poll says that 48% of Canadians say Black Friday is the most important shopping day, with 38% waiting for peak sales sales, which is up from 34% compared to last year. Some experts suggest using prepaid cards or cash to prevent impulse buying, making a list of needs and wants to help prioritize purchases and avoid buy now and pay later options. Now, lines here are starting to build up, and they're likely going to be like this for the rest of the morning as people are going to be on the hunt for those awesome deals here at Toronto Premium Outlets. We're going to be here all morning long talking to shoppers for more, but for now, I'll send things back over to you, Tim.
That's amazing. How many people are there? Oh my goodness. Well, you got to.
They got up early too.
Yeah, I know. Well, good for Simone to have an audience for her segments this morning. Way to go there, Simone. All right, Sportsline. U.S. Thanksgiving down south has NFL football really dominating sports headlines, but the Hamilton Cardinals bit into that around these parts with some huge news when it comes to the upcoming 2025 season. Yeah, the team announced the biggest signing in inter-county baseball history as former Major League All-Star closer, that is Fernando Rodney in the middle, signed a deal with the club. He's 47 years old, but he does continue to play at a high level in the Mexican Baseball League following a 17-year, 11-team run in Major League Baseball. He ranks 18th all-time in Major League Baseball with 327 saves. He won a World Series with the Washington Nationals in 2019 and a World Baseball Classic title in 2013 with the Dominican Republic. His best year was in 2012 when he had 48 saves and an ERA of .60, earning Comeback Player of the Year and Delivery Man of the Year. Now he will be bringing his trademark bow and arrow right there to Bernie Arbor Stadium in Hamilton Mountain for the upcoming game. Congrats to owner Eric Spearin and the entire organization for making some big waves with this signing.
Better hurry. Oh, this is disaster in the making here. You're going to have to do something when it comes down to this play. Incomplete, and the game is over.
Oh, what a debacle in Detroit for the Chicago Bears in the first game of 3 on Thanksgiving. Down 3 with time winding down. The Bears do not use a timeout and let the clock click down to 0 as they blow a chance to upset the Lions. Instead, rookie quarterback Caleb Williams and his Bears, they lost a 6th straight game, 23-20. That has everybody talking. The Lions are now at 11-1, have their best start in team history. They've won 10 straight and sit atop the NFC North.
Fake to Jacobs. Love. Touchdown Reed. Jaden Reed connects.
Green Bay Packers kept pace with the first place Detroit Lions after taking down Miami from a chilly Lambeau Field in the nightcap on Thanksgiving. Jordan Love and Jaden Reed connected twice for touchdowns as the Dolphins continued to struggle in the cold weather. They slipped to 5-7 on the year after the 30-17 final, while the Packers, despite winning their 9th game in 14, still sit 3rd in the NFC North.
7-6 in the second quarter. Waffle blitz is picked up. And now it's brought in the air. Overzone. Backs to himself. And he scores.
How about them Cowboys? Their season is still alive. The Marvin Overshone takes back that interception for 6 as they hosted the struggling New York Giants in their annual Thanksgiving Day game. Cooper Rush tossed a touchdown pass in the 27-20 win as the boys have won 2 straight and keep their slim playoff hopes alive, sitting at 5-7 on the year. We get another game today with the Raiders in Kansas City to face the Chiefs, and oh yeah, the Bills host the 49ers Sunday night in an expected snowstorm. I'm going to finish on the pitch, though, as Thursday brought some great news for our Canadian men's soccer team. The latest FIFA rankings were released, and Canada climbed 4 spots, so they sit at number 31 in the world, which is their highest ranking ever. The previous best was number 33 in February of 2022 under former manager John Herdman, leading up to the World Cup later that year. Canadian club fell to 50th in February, but they have seen a steady rise under new head coach Jesse March. They have a 5-game unbeaten run in the World Cup. It's coming to North America. It's just a year and a half away.
All right, starting things off with your traffic, 6:14 on this Friday. It is going to be probably lighter volume than usual, depending on where you're headed. Black Friday deals. I know a lot of people are going to be heading stateside, but if you are heading to Buffalo, be prepared for about 2 feet of snow. So that may alter your plans. But looking at the 403 Waterdown Road, things are looking decent at this hour. We are seeing some light snow, could make for some slick surfaces if you are out and about. Give yourself a little bit of extra travel time just in case, especially if those squalls do start to intensify in your area. Taking a look at some of the other cameras, we've got the QEW Skyway. This is on the Hamilton side. Things are moving well. And the QEW south end of the Burlington Skyway also moving well. Fridays tend to be lighter volume. 401 at Airport Road, looking good. You can see the roads are wet though, so just be cautious. And QEW Highway 403 junction also looking good at this time. All right, right now we are sitting at -1 throughout Hamilton, but it's feeling more like -6 when you factor in that wind. Speaking of wind, it is going to be very gusty today. We are looking at winds coming in from the west, gusting anywhere between 30 to 50 kilometers an hour. So if you're picking up at the bus stop, even before the kids go to school, oh no, it's a PA day for a lot of kids today, I just heard that. You do want to dress them appropriately because the winds, yeah, it's going to make it feel a lot colder, and it is going to be very, very gusty, 30 to 50 kilometers an hour coming in from the west. Okay, here's our surface analysis and what we can expect for the next couple of days. All of this blue, that is snow, and when it starts to get really dark, that means a lot of snow. Places like Parry Sound, all the way in through Gravenhurst, Kincardine, up to 75 centimeters possible. These lake effect bands are going to be intense. We've got a lot of cold polar air whipping over these warm lakes, and that is what's going to give us all of that accumulation. Now, places like Markham and in through Woodstock and down towards Stratford, you are going to see a little bit of accumulation, but Toronto, Hamilton, Oakville, Burlington, less than 2 centimeters, most likely, but enough to brush off the car. So keep that in mind if you are going to be out and about. So today we are looking at temperatures hovering around that freezing mark. We're looking at 0 through Hamilton, 2 degrees through Mississauga, 1 through Milton, 0 through Kitchener. Tonight temperatures are going to be cold. They're going to feel a lot colder with that westerly wind, so -4, but feeling more like the minus teens. And then throughout the day tomorrow, those flurries are going to continue on and off for us. Temperatures again hovering around that freezing mark, but feeling more like -12 when you factor in that gusty wind. It is going to be a cold start to December. All right, back to the desk.
Okay, coming up after the break, we're going to talk with Emily about what's coming up in Chit Chat, and we will tell you why Google is being sued by Canada's Competition Bureau. Oh, it was almost 6:19 on the button. On the button.
Do we still owe him money if he's not here?
Yeah,
when we say
no, I don't think so.
His
You owe
trademarks?
me money.
Oh, you.
Is it your thing now?
Since you're filling in for him.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yes. You owe me
He has
money.
this thing anytime when you see the clock.
This is Brian we're talking
Brian,
about.
Brian
Yeah.
Wood.
Yeah.
So anytime the clock, because there's a clock right above the camera there, if it goes like right on the number.
Yeah.
So he always says on the button. So anytime.
Oh, when it clicks.
Right on the minute.
Right on
I
the
get
minute.
it.
Right on the minute.
Then yeah, you owe me money.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Checks in the mail.
Coming up on Chit Chat, Taylor Swift has a new book coming out today. We'll take a look at the Squid Game's Season 2 trailer, terrifying. And later on, Disney reveals a new emotional verse to It's a Small World lyrics.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
We have
that good or
people in our
bad?
newsroom crying
Oh.
already.
Well, at least there'll be some change to the song.
Oh, because it's just been the same song forever.
It is to say, it just loops and loops and loops
right.
and
Yeah,
loops.
yeah. We did the
After
ride
all.
when we were at Disney
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
It's horrifying getting stuck on that ride.
Let's hear. Can't wait to hear about that.
Different kind of torture.
We'll see you on the couch in a bit.
Okay, in overseas trading this morning, our dollar is up 7 basis points. Trading right now at 71.5 cents U.S. Gold is up almost $20. Crude is up 17 cents to $68.55 a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, markets are down a bit in London and Frankfurt, up just a little bit in Paris.
Let's go to Asia. Markets down in Tokyo, but up in Hong Kong and Shanghai. So closer to home, North American markets, yeah, TSX had some slight gains. Nothing substantial there. The Wall Street was closed yesterday because it's Thanksgiving. So here's the thing. I looked into it. They're actually open today, but it's only a half day.
Till 1 o'clock.
Yes. Well, you looked into it too.
I just knew that.
Oh. Because you know everything, I guess.
Okay.
Moving on.
Here's something else I know. StatsCan is going to release the latest numbers on third quarter economic growth later this morning. It is another important indicator before the Bank of Canada's next interest rate announcement. That's coming out December 11th. Estimates suggest that Canada's economy grew 1% in the third quarter. That's below the central bank's October forecast of 1.5%.
So Canada's antitrust watchdog, they're suing Google. The Competition Bureau is accusing the tech giant of anti-competitive practices in its online ad business. So it wants Google to pay a penalty and sell two services: its ad server, DoubleClick for publishers, and its ad exchange, ADX. The Bureau says Google unlawfully tied its advertising tools together to dominate the market. So the case is going to be heard by the Competition Tribunal.
Okay, a bit of a break right now. Emily is back with your 7-day forecast. Lots of snow.
Why are we whispering that?
Winter is coming.
Okay.
Okay, we are seeing a lot of snow throughout the region. Some areas it's light, some areas it is not so light. So looking at the satellite and radar, you can actually see really intense bands starting to come off the shores of Huron and Georgian Bay. We are seeing a little bit of mixing. That's that pink. We do have some light snow coming in through the Hamilton region, up towards Toronto, over towards Kingston. This is going to be the trend throughout the day today. If you're heading out for the morning walk, 0 flurries, windy conditions, winds at about 30 to 50 kilometers an hour coming in from the west, so it's going to make it feel closer to -8 when you factor in that wind chill. Here's a look at that surface analysis for the next couple of days. It is all blue throughout southern Ontario, thanks to that area of low pressure. We've got cold polar air whipping over some relatively warm water, and that is creating a ton of snow. We are going to be seeing up to 75 centimeters up through cottage country. Great news for skiers. Yay! The hills are opening this weekend. I heard Horseshoe is opening. For us, 30% chance of light snow Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and even into the beginning of next week. That is going to be the trend, but it is going to be a cold start to the month. All right, sending things back to the desk.
Okay, well, it rained on a pretty big parade yesterday in New York City.
Yeah, it was the 100th edition of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Oh, it says 98. I heard that it started in 1924. So
it might have been years that it didn't run.
Oh, okay. So then that's why it's 98.
Yeah.
Okay. The holiday tradition included 6 new characters, though, including Minnie Mouse, Spider-Man, and Elf on the Shelf. Spectators who braved the rain enjoyed the live performances by Jennifer Hudson, Idina Menzel, and Kylie Minogue. And, oh yeah, Santa was there with an umbrella.
With an umbrella.
Ending the parade, because, yeah, a tad bit soggy. Oh, there's Minnie.
Oh, there's Minnie.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Santa's got another busy weekend. He's all over the region. He's in Burlington on Sunday. Sunday's a fun day in Burlington because they have the Eaton Santa run ahead of the parade. So myself and the kids I'm hosting the event and getting the race started and then jumping in, and we're doing the 3.
Oh, you're going to run?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Everybody has to wear Santa outfits. So we're all wearing Santa outfits. We're doing the 3K run, and then we're watching the parade. So
that's a lot of fun.
It's going to be a good weekend. It could be a snowy weekend. Maybe not around these parts, but definitely in some areas. And Emily has all those details after this.